Okay, section 5.4, Drew, relax. I see your eyes getting big. It says multiplying binomials mentally.
Yay.
I don't need to. I know how to multiply them using paper, and I've got paper, so I'm going to use it. What I put this up here for is there are a few terms that I want you to know, okay, so that you're familiar with this, because you'll hear it. Quadratic, a quadratic equation or a quadratic expression is any expression that has a degree of 2. That means when you add up the exponents of the variables, you get 2. And the highest degree in all of the terms is 2. Okay, so just relax. The word quadratic, it sounds like 4, quarter, quad, but quadratum is a Latin word meaning square, right? And the degree is to square. Okay, and that's why we use quadratic. Okay? Now, a couple of things. First, the quadratic term is the one that goes x to the second. The linear term is x to the first. And then the constant, I don't think they have it highlighted, the constant term is the one that doesn't vary. It's constant. It doesn't have a variable. Okay? So in a trinomial, we've got 3 terms. In a quadratic trinomial, we have a quadratic term, the one that goes x to the second. We have a linear term that goes x to the first. And then we have a constant term that doesn't have any x's. Okay? Now the reason that we call it a linear term is because if we didn't have this and we graphed that function, this picture is a line. And that's why we call this the linear term. Okay? And we'll get to that. We're definitely going to go over that before the IC, because you're going to need to know how to graph a line before the IC. It doesn't come in it does not come up in our book before then, but we're going to make sure that you go over it before then. You'll know how to do that. All right, so we're going to go a little out of order so that we'll know how to do that. Miles, quickly. Yes, sir.
What if you go 1 up, 6x cubed or x cubed? Is there a special
Cube is called a cubic.
Okay.
And then if it goes up to the 4th, it's called a quartic. And if it goes up to the 5th, it's called a quintic. And if it goes beyond that, I don't care.
Aww.
All right, I'm just saying. Okay.
Did they care?
Now, let's go down here. You've got these terms. This is a quadratic polynomial because the highest degree is 2. Okay? And that tells us that it's quadratic. Lily, help me on this first thing.
Okay.
This is, it just says, write the product as a trinomial. You don't have to do this in your head. All right, what do I need to do first?
Multiply 2x by 3x.
2x by 3x, and what's it give me?
6x. Then
No, but hang on.
Okay.
You multiplied the numbers, but you didn't multiply the variables.
Yes.
2 times 3 is 6. X
Squared.
times x is x squared. Perfect.
Yes.
All right.
Plus, and then that would be negative 8x.
Negative 8x, yes ma'am. Then what?
Then it would be 5 times 3x plus 15x.
Plus
Squared.
15x.
Squared.
Is it squared?
No, it's not.
Because this one doesn't have an x.
Okay.
Okay, and then what?
Minus 20.
Minus 20.
Okay.
Now let's stop there for just a second, okay? Duncan, how many terms am I looking at right now?
4.
I'm looking at 4 terms. What's the quadratic term?
The quadratic term? 20?
No, not 20.
Oh, it's 6x squared.
Right. It's the one that goes to the second power, 6x squared. What about linear terms, Helena?
Negative 8x.
Exactly. These are both linear terms. We're going to put them together in just a moment. But we get 2 linear terms. What's the constant, Allie?
The constant is 20.
Negative 20.
Oh, yes.
Negative 20. Robert, clean this up for us. What do we need to do?
Add the 8x, or negative 8x.
Yep. And what do I get?
7x.
6x squared plus 7x minus 20. Perfect. Done. That's it. We don't need to do that mentally. We can. You'll do enough of them probably that you'll just be able to do it mentally. Okay? But you don't have to. You can always write off the distributive stuff. Okay? Nice job. Let's look at the next one.